Hey folks, it's Jim. I don't know if you realize what happened in Great Britain or England yesterday, or last Friday, but it was a complete MAGA landslide in Britain. 83% voted for the new Reform Britain Party by Nigel Farage, who is like their Donald Trump. Okay, so 83% landslide. It shocked both their liberal and conservative party over there, got decimated by this Nigel Farage party, which is basically Trump, okay, or MAGA, which means, we want to restore our nation to what it is, right? So I'm not politically involved. I just thought it was hilarious. Now this Keir Starmer guy who was berating Trump, he's on the chopping block to be gone this week. His own group has assembled 75 of its people, basically Congress people. They only need 81. Already 75 have signed on to remove him from office. So you have a political earthquake taking place in Great Britain. And this didn't just include the island of England, right? You've got Scotland, Ireland, other places, right? So no one be aware of that. And I think the world has had enough. This has major implications that spill into the EU, doesn't it? Because this Starmer guy was pro-EU, right? And against Trump. Basically was sold out to the EU, right? And then you've got now in Italy, they're calling it in France, they just had a Frexit rally. So France, is talking about exiting the EU. And Poland, several of the Eastern Bloc of Europe, 4 of the nations have already openly said, we want out. Enough of this. We want out. We don't agree with anything. We're tired of being ruled by people we don't elect, right? Which is the EU Commission. Because those people of those nations didn't elect the EU body. Those are appointed by the elites, right? So, and they have an elite agenda, which is destroying each one of the nations' sovereignty and their cultures. And that's the big fight. So now you have this wave. Remember, 83%. Can you imagine if in the midterms, Americans voted 83% Republican? That's just what happened in England, right? So consider that. And this guy, Nigel Farage, is their Trump, basically. He is totally against the global elites, right? He's going the other direction away from them. So I don't know how you feel about all this. I'm not really a political guy. I just am following this. There is an upheaval taking place in the world, folks. And it is happening right now. We've got wars and rumors of wars, and now we've got this political womb. People are rising up to become nationalist again. In other words, our country, our people, what's best for them, no immigration, unless you respect our laws, our ways, and want to be a part of our culture, not bring your culture to us. That's what's happening, and this is going global. People realize that when you take on all these immigrants, your country will bankrupt. Okay? They don't assimilate well. When you allow this ease of immigration, when you follow immigration laws, which is read, write, speak our language, or don't even apply, that's rule number 1. Show some respect before you want to become a part of our country, at least a little respect by reading, writing, and knowing our language. Don't expect us to change street signs and books and everything else. Do you know how much that costs our country and other nations? Interpreters, all the other stuff? No, that's all not supposed to happen. Read, write, speak our language, or don't bother applying. Okay. And I think Europe has had enough as well. Not only that, but these apparently there's a faction of people that are raping women and causing violence and all other problems in Europe. Okay. And they're trying to sweep it under the rug and say it's okay. Can you imagine if our government said it's okay to rape our girls? That's insane. But that's what Europe has been doing. So now we have the first leg to fall, which is going to be Britain or England. In my estimation, and many others right now, go follow this because this is huge on the world stage. This is huge throughout Europe. Europeans have had enough. And this next voting cycle, folks, I think you're going to see some craziness going on in Europe. I don't think the EU is going to last. I don't. There are too many nations within the EU that are bankrupt. Okay? And they're hoarding all the money. They're stealing all the money from the other nations that are successful. Trying to create this fairness and balance, which is BS. That's not fair and balanced. That means one nation can be lazy while the other one works its arse off. And they've had enough. I can see it. And it's the same way in America. Why should our federal tax dollars go to the lazy states that don't work? Businesses won't stay in because their politics are so bad and their taxes are so high, and you destroy that state, right? Why should the rest of the country pay for it? I don't believe that's constitutional. And I think the states are going to rise up and vote at like a 35 states out of 50 are going to vote to say no more. That's it. If you can't govern and run a state that provides jobs for your people, we're not paying any more. No more federal tax dollars will go there because you can't run a state. Either figure it out or go bankrupt. And then watch what happens in your voting block. It will all change. And there has to be penalties for the idiocy of governance as just took place in England. They are going to have a massive political upheaval right now. And Keir Starmer, all of the political pundits over in England right now are saying that Keir Starmer will be gone by the end of the week. By his own group is going to get rid of him. Okay? The Labour Party, right? They already have 75 that want him gone. They only need 81. So that's 6 more people they have to talk into by the end of the week to get rid of this guy and force him to resign. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's funny. How do you feel about it? If you're not following it, follow it. Watch the British Parliament sometime, man. These people argue and fight like it's crazy, man. It's like complete chaos when they do their thing. I've been watching a little bit since this has been happening. And to me, it's kind of funny. But in the same token, it's very serious, folks. The face of the earth, politically and economically, is changing radically. And it's happening very fast. If you're not aware of it, especially if you have a 401k, everything else, you need to get involved. You need to be aware, and you need to know where your money is. Okay? Because all of these things make big differences. And as this political rising of the people of the globe takes place, there will be great opportunities for investment also. And that's why I follow a lot of this. I want to stay ahead of the game. It's not about, politically, I'm retired. So what goes on politically, I don't really care. I mean, I do, but it's not affecting me. Okay. But what does affect me and my portfolio, politics definitely affect that, okay? I'm really not a political person. I think I'll do a separate video. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. Go take a look at it. That was huge what happened last Friday. Take a look. Write in, tell me what you think. And and whatever. Anyway, be blessed. Jim out.